Blessed day, soul family. Welcome back. Another installment here. Martial Mystic 2026. We are in March and it is March 25th, Wednesday. So it's Wellness Wednesday. Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about dance, infinity, and hacking sickness on Wellness Wednesday. So let's get into it. So today I didn't video it, but today I did some uh, dancing therapy, if you will. And I wanted to let you know, if you're not familiar, how dancing is connected to Qigong. How is dancing connected to Qigong? If we think about Qigong, I remember a long time ago when my teacher was lecturing. Oftentimes he had a lecture about sweating, and as long as you were sweating, you it could be considered that you were doing Qigong. Now, what does that mean? Sweating indicates that you are um, pumping the body. It means that you are pumping the lungs, pumping the heart, pumping the blood in a way that builds some heat. Heat is important for the body because heat helps to uh, boost metabolism and cell replacement. All of these sort of natural healing systems that happen when we often just exercise and sweat. Sweat is an indicator of Qigong. If you want to make sure that you're doing something with effort, and sweat is an indicator. That's why they call it sweat equity, putting in sweat equity. So I didn't quite build up a sweat today when I was dancing, but I did get the blood flowing. Additionally, what we want to know about dancing is the social and the spiritual um, components. Remember the 8 domains of wellness, right? So that would be physical, emotional, social, spiritual, occupational, vocational, environmental, and financial. We'll be looking at physical, emotional, social, and even spiritual just with this simple example. So, my teacher says that sweating, sweating, dancing is the initial, the root of Qigong. How can dancing be the root of Qigong? If we look at if we think about the generational components of or the capacity to withstand time and be passed on, we think about culture and we think about how culture is propagated, what components of culture persist. So, as humans from an indigenous background and root, well, fire, air um, is a part of our evolution. Culturally, socially, interpersonally, the campfire or the dancing around a fire is important as well for community health and resilience. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention and allow that to marinate. And let's think about dance And I think what I'll do is eventually we'll kind of come up with a Qigong um, outline in terms of dance and the aspects of dance and Qigong. Um, I think that's going to be a helpful pursuit as we continue to learn and extract the knowledge and the wisdom, and then be able to pass it on to younger generations. So I wanted to mention that. I think that's important. Real quickly though, what is it about dancing around the fire? Well, you've got music, you've got drum beat, you've got heart pumping, exhalation, air sharing, breathing. You've got holding hands or what have you, celebrating as a unit, dancing around a unit, despite what else is going on. You could have just lost a member of your tribe. You could have just went to war. You could have just found out that you're sick or you're ill, what have you. But the dancing with your community is important because you can't always be down in the dumps. You have to find celebration. You have to find uh, will. Remember the will to survive, the will to heal, the will to repair, which is the concept that we brought up on Monday, Mental Health Monday. So that's important to keep in mind, right? How do you know when you're sick? How do you know when you're actually getting sick so as to make an adjustment so that it doesn't go over its edge? So for me recently, it just went over its edge, put me out for a couple of days, and I'm still recovering. Not a place that I want to be for as productive as I want to be, right? How can we hack sickness and illness? What can we do? So tell me and let me know what your strategies are for staying so in tune with yourself so that you can be conscious and aware of what is going on within your body. And if you sense or feel a disturbance, right, a disturbance in the field or in the force, then you don't let it tip over its edge. And then when we do fall sick or ill, what is it that tipped you over the edge? I think for me, I ate an ice cream cone with two big scoops. In addition, I probably stayed up too late. I got cold after I showered. Um, I think I was boosting my exercise a little bit too much as well. So these sort of things, as we're coming into spring, these sort of things we want to be conscious of because these are the all of these variables are the things that we're using to maintain our vitality, isn't it so? What we're eating, um, exercise, movement, rest, digestion. So I want us to think about that, and we're gonna come back to that. Let's go into our calendar daily Tai Chi drill for today, because I want to introduce the infinity drill and talk about it a little bit. So beautiful place, right? Right here in Northern California at the old retreat center spot. Infinity drill is something that I go into more explanation another video, which I'll link to. But the infinity drill is something that I like to do and use to explore inner balance. Oftentimes, the training can get rigorous in the sense that it can make you off balance. So for me, okay, let's say you're a martial artist, right? Um, in martial arts, you have a particular stance that you favor, right? Either right foot or left foot forward. So in training the back leg, in training the back leg to be strong, you 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 have a certain amount of training that you do on that back leg in contrast to the front leg, and vice versa, right? That can throw off a body's imbalance. So here's another example. Let's say you do piano or your guitar. So I've seen guitarists who end up tweaking their shoulders out to the point where they can't play guitar anymore, right? The things that we do to our body on a repeated basis do have effects. So Qigong is different in the sense that we can maintain um, awareness to monitor and modulate so that we can adjust as needed. Just as when we feel like we're getting sick in medical Qigong, how can we make an adjustment to boost our immune system, right? And keep from going over the edge. So infinity drill is something that is good to harmonize balance, help with too much Mabu training, right? Which is going to stimulate the thighs and make the thighs uh, tired. Infinity drill is a good complementary drill to Mabu training. But not only that, it really stimulates and keeps the tissues healthy in this area and region. I'll leave more on Tai Chi tailbone Qigong, which goes more into detail about keeping the tissues healthy. What I'd like to look at is a little bit about the infinity pattern itself. Okay, understanding that the infinity comes from the yin yang process, and it gives us it gives us the impression of exchange, back and forth, relationship, right? Relationship. So if you look at this is a bunch of images put together, but there's a vertical vertical 8 infinity symbol, and there's a horizontal 8 infinity symbol, right? The vertical 8 is made up of two S's, right? And two opposite S's that are connected. So the S's, which I'm going to be premiering a video this weekend, the S's are a functional pattern to smoothly transition between yin and yang. Why is that important? Tai Chi gives us the opportunity to smoothly transition between yin and yang. What is yin and yang? Yang is inflamed, stimulated, overstimulated. Yin is contracted, not stimulated, depressed, withdrawn. We want to be able to live in a happy medium. So we need to be able to smoothly transition from yin to yang. Once you familiarize yourself with switching, you you get familiar with the figure 8, or the horizontal figure 8 or the vertical figure 8, so that you can seamlessly transition from yin and yang. And this is from my book, which you can get on yinyangtaichi.org, showing you how to embody the yin yang symbol and all the components that we get from Wuji to yin yang to even Tai Chi. Remember that Tai Chi is the spiral, and that is important too. So I wanted to touch on that, and I love talking about it. If you want more information about it, you can go to yinyangtaichi.org, or you can reach out to me. Either way, both, you can get a hold of me. So I made a poor choice. I ate something wrong. I got cold. I didn't sleep well. Um, and I had to implement a whole series of tactics to get myself back to homeostasis, harmony. Do the thing, help my body to get to a place where it's coming to homeostasis again. I'm sneezing, I'm in body aches, I'm coughing, I can't sleep, I'm miserable, I'm contracted, no will to survive, I'm sick, right? How do I get past that? Like I said, today, I did a dancing therapy. We just went over why dancing is important. Lifting the spirit, giving the mind, body, spirit, chi, breath apparatus the function to move on and to let go, because I got to be down on I gotta let myself know, hey, I didn't make good choices and those choices led me to being sick. But what I did was reconnect. I reconnected with Qigong massage, Dantian massage, and I explored do I want to how do I want to reincorporate this into my current schedule? I want to do Dantian massage daily, if not twice a day, 3 times a day. Why is Dantian massage so important? It's the basis for muscle tendon change Qigong. It is a energy building and energy preserving and a relaxation Qigong, goes right to the heart of Qigong. So I'd like to talk more about Dantian massage in the future. It's something that I leaned on during my time on the mountain and really used it to boost my spirit to show up and move through and push through and engage um, with active, challenging, and sometimes too young of a spirit, but to continue to push myself, I had to lean on Dantian massage. So I'd love to talk about that in the future, Dantian massage and Dantian activation. What I haven't been doing is spring Qigong. We talked about that a little bit last week. So I need to incorporate spring Qigong into my movement as well. Help my organs to accommodate to the changing of the season. We just came from cold weather to boom, a nice warm phase coming back into a little cloudy skies, maybe some rain on the horizon. So I'm trying to transition and adjust, to that as well. As I uh, bloom into spring, I want to be calculated with the changes and transitions and habits that I'm trying to build going into this year. So if you want to know all of the things that I employed as soon as I felt like I'm getting sick, let me know and I can send you a list. Also, what are the signs? How can you tell before you go over the edge? Are you in tune? Are you in touch with your body? So much so that you can feel the energy disturbance and you know how to adjust. That is mind mastery. That is what we're looking for. That's awareness. That's the self cultivation and self discovery and the nature gong fu, the internal vision so that we can be masters of our mind, body, spirit, breath, and our path. So, very important topics here we're touching on and talking about today for wellness. Let me know what you think. Um, we covered dance, the importance of dance as original Qigong, the infinity symbol, the power of the infinity symbol. And then if you need to, how are you hacking sickness? So let me know what you think in the comments and what speaks to you. And I'll talk to you soon. Remember, embrace the woo. And until next time, may your chi flow smoothly.